Nell.
Hi everyone, I'm Nell, aka the Taylor Swift of painting, which is what my research says. Thank you. I'm graduating from the MA Fine Art course at Sitting Girls alongside all of these other art freaks, and I'm incredibly honoured to be talking on behalf of all of you today. I had a little think about what sort of thing I wanted to say, and I turned to some of my favourite graduation speeches from TV and film for inspiration. Take the classic portrayal of Anna Kendrick of Jessica in Twilight. This isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. This is the time to make mistakes. Take the wrong train and get stuck somewhere. Fall in love, a lot. Even if it does happen to be with Andrew Lassie. Kidding. He's just got such a gentle way about him. My favourite speeches, though, were the ones that began with the person giving quite a run-of-the-mill, bog standard, not especially emotional or personal graduation speech. When suddenly they pause and take a deep breath or something, eyes desperately looking around the room for a last glimmer of hope, eventually spotting that one person that challenges them to question who they really are and what they really want to say, as they smile, scrunch out the bit of paper in front of them, and launch into a graduation speech for the ages. So with that in mind, sorry, where's Tom? No, I actually do need this. Okay. I've had people tell me my art was weird or stupid, or that it was like trying to understand Chinese by somebody that could not in fact speak Chinese, needless to say. One time a lady came up to me while I was driving on a train, asking to see my sketchbook, but then upon showing her, she replied, "Oh, sorry dear, I thought you were an artist." So did I. I've had a woman come up to me at my stand at an art fair before and say loudly to her toddler daughter, "You could do these," pointing at the ceramic mugs I'd made at the grand old age of 24 years old. Another woman came up to me at one of those fairs and just made this face. My pictures were everywhere. All of this to say, we've all had our fair share of setbacks and reasons to finally give in to that incessant. Maybe I should just throw the towel in and work in an office. It seems like they enjoy it reasonably enough in The Office, the US version. But something I was passed on by one of our tutors, Canada, in regard to being an artist was, there's no better way to spend your time. And I truly agree with that. Well, obviously, as well as like advocating for equal rights for women and minorities and like being kind to your mother and stuff, but yeah, ultimately, I agree with that. For it unites and brings hope in a way that I've not witnessed anything else doing quite the same way. Always has, always will. And this group of people here share that mutual love. I witness it every day, like coming to the studio as Jessie awaits, having already been painting for like 4 or 5 hours already. Sorry, it's hard not to cry. One of the most notable special things that sets Sitting Girls aside from other art schools is the fact that they offer both a 1-year full-time and 2-year part-time MA Fine Art course. This literally means that amazingly talented artists are given the opportunity to pursue higher education, which is so incredibly crucial in this day and age. It is such a special time to have joined forces this past month to put together this degree show, and it's incredible how much time has been dedicated by everybody, even by those who are also juggling so many other things at the same time, like kids, full-time jobs, and families and stuff. And I can actually really relate to that too, because like I have a boyfriend. No, but really, I'm in awe of all of you. Jessica and Twilight put it, when we were 5, they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. Our answers were things like astronaut, president, or in my case, a princess. X Factor contestant. When we were 10, they asked again. We answered a rock star, cowboy, or in my case, a gold medalist. But now that we've grown up, they want a serious answer. Well, how about this? Who the hell knows? But I think in this case, now we've grown up, I can wholeheartedly disagree with Jessica's statement. Because I've been working amongst the most passionate, talented, and dedicated cohort over the past year, and I can safely say they're sure of what they want to be. God knows we've chosen to do it thus far, despite all there's no future in that setbacks, or fucking open call rejections. After open call rejections, after open call rejections, after open call rejections, after open call acceptance, but only if you're willing to pay this small installation fee of £300 in order to take part. Even following a recent talk focused on pricing our work, myself and a group of course mates felt so good putting price on pieces of work, a piece of us, that in a sense will always feel invaluable. We struggle with the idea of seeing what we've been making as products to put price tags on, like you would a new toilet brush from IKEA. Yet, with the help of fellow artists, our friends and family, the tutors and technicians at this uni, we are reminded that what we are not in fact doing is making products. We are making art, and if you ask me, there is no better way to spend your time. I'd recommend Sitting Girls to a friend for the simple reason that Harriet, our brilliant librarian, still says hi to me and smiles when passing the hall, even though we both know I still haven't returned the library books back. You're the real one, Aunt Harriet. And I'd recommend it because there's possibly no better feeling than seeing Reese's face light up as he gets excited about a piece of work you've shown him, even if it's not a particularly good one. A hole was made in our lives when our head of course, Robin, and Teresita, one of our tutors, left the course this year. But although they are so dearly missed, I'm so grateful to them for what they offered us during our study here. My interview for the course about a year and a half ago was held by both of them. I entered the room unsure about whether to even be given my practice one last chance, and left with a smile on my face because I'd seen how engaged and excited they were about my work. It made me believe that it was worth being excited and engaged about. I and many others here could talk for a lot longer about the impact that both Robin and Teresita had on making this school the place that we've all come to know and love so much, but for now, I'll just have to leave it at thank you. With one door closing though, another did indeed open, as with Robin's departure, we welcomed Andy Bannister in as our acting head of course. I think we can all agree that Andy did indeed fill those shoes we thought may be unfillable, as we saw him work tirelessly to ensure that the course was being run with the same support and passion as always. We are so abundantly privileged to study art in an institution that supports our practice so intensely, and that will always be just that, a privilege. I want to extend a thank you to you all here with us now, and equally everybody that is unable to join us, that has played a part in ensuring that we are here today. For even the most incredible set of artistic talents couldn't grant you an opportunity like this without support. Be that support financial, emotional, physical, spiritual, sexual, the list goes on. For me personally, I will always remind myself of the position I am in, thanks to my parents that support this life that I've chosen. I can't not cry. Because whilst I'm famously a part-time bartender on evenings, 20 hours a week at minimum wage is a far stretch from being able to cover rent every month. So thanks to my supportive and loving family for that, in return I hope I've made you proud of the person that stands up here in front of you all today, and with what you'll see on display in this show. We've worked incredibly hard on it, and I feel proud of myself and of us all. I simply wouldn't have wanted to spend that summer with anyone but you. Thank you to City and Guilds for creating a space for us this past year to keep, for lack of a better word, dreaming. I honestly can't wait to watch you all continue to make work that makes the world that little bit better of a place for much time to come. Thank you, Reese, Candidate, Tom, Andy, Teresita, and Robin, on behalf of all of us on the graduating MA course at City and Guilds for such an incredible special year. It's been slaying. Thank you.